Today, I'm gonna be building one of the coolest things I think I've ever built so far in my woodworking career. We're gonna be building a really nice aquarium setup for a dentist's office. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. Okay, excuse my rough sketch, but what we got is a 48 by 24 and an 1/8 inch tank. We have a little insert here that's about 2 inches deep. The entire height of the cabinet is gonna be 34 and a half inches. And it's gonna be a 50 and 5/8 by 27 3/4 is what they have now. That might change a little bit. We're going to try to build it kind of the same as they have now. So let's grab some 2x4s and jump to it. And I want to give a 1/4 inch gap all the way around. So instead of 48 and 24 and an 1/8, we're actually going to be doing 48 and a half by 24 and 5/8. So let's get it cut. So all I did here was make a simple frame of our 24 and an 1/8 pieces by our 48 and a half. And here we have either the front or the back of our cabinet. We're gonna do this one more time with this measurement, and then we're gonna do it one more time with the 24 and 5/8. Now we're going to take our pieces and join them just like that. Make sure the top and bottom are flush with your outside piece. Then we'll come from the outside and tack them in right there. Now we have a nice solid base. I'm gonna go take a break, it's hot. And I did take a break on this, a long break, a 2-week break. And now instead of having 2 weeks to work on this, I've got 2 days. So we gotta finish this up. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing knocked out. I wanna show you guys something I messed up on. We're gonna have to take a little bit of this apart, put it back together. I'm not exactly sure what I was thinking here. I only need 24 inches and I've got this at a little over 27. So we're going to be taking these 2 boards out, putting this right on the outside of this piece. We'll be good to go. We all make mistakes. You're not the only one. But while I'm fixing this mistake, please help me out. Smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment the word fish to help me beat this algorithm. You guys did it on a previous video and that got over 50,000 views. So thank you guys very much. Well, let's get back to the video. All right, here it is, moment of truth. Holy shit, I couldn't get no better. 24 and an 1/8 of an inch, just like we need. So next I'll be filling this thing in with a lot more 2x4s. We're gonna be coming across the top, coming across the bottom. I wanna add a few more legs in between this top board and the bottom board on the long ends, just to help make it structurally sound. So just to show you guys what all I've done so far, I've gone around all the outside and put 2x4s for bracing on each side of all 4 corners. I've also came in 16 inches on the back side on each end, put in some more bracing. And on the front here, I went 24 1/4 inches over to the middle, also put another bracing. So now all there's left to do is add a few more boards to the top and bottom of our frame, and that is going to be supporting the flooring along with the top of our frame here. All right, now that we have this bad boy framed out, it's finally time to start laying some plywood. And I'm gonna start with the base of our cabinet here. This is gonna be the most tricky because I have a lot of 2x4s that I'm gonna have to cut around and make it tight to fit. But luckily, I'm pretty good at sheetrock, so I'm gonna tell you how to do it. So first thing you're gonna do is measure your length and your width. And I didn't realize at the time that my mic died. So I'm probably saying something like, well, you're gonna wanna take your tape measure from one side and pull all these posts and make sure you do it from the same side. And then we're gonna cut this out on a piece of plywood. And here I am just babbling on because I still don't realize my mics are dead. But what I was saying is I just took a piece of tape and made an F. That way I know what the front of the cabinet is. That way I don't confuse it with the back of the cabinet, because that's really easy to do. And then we're going to measure each one of our posts and mark that out on this plywood. Now make sure you're pulling from the same direction every time or it's not going to work well for you. And while I'm busy doing that, I'm going to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, ProCase. And not only do they have a great selection of hearing protection, they also have a great selection of phone cases and tablet cases. And right on the box here, it tells you everything you can use the hearing protection for. Like sleeping. You must be a really light sleeper. Studying, working, shooting, racing, and traveling. I was looking at their website, and they also have the communicative headphones when you are out at the gun range. Those will definitely come in handy, trust me. And ProCase is a rising brand that is truly loved for their high quality and functional tablet cases, waterproof phone cases, and hearing protection earmuffs. And ever since I got these things, I use them all the time, like when I'm using a miter station, when I'm routing stuff, using a jigsaw, or any other kind of tools. I barely even heard this jigsaw when I was using my ProCase earmuffs, because cutting the grooves out was no easy task, but I knew my ears were protected. Then I took a nap. But all jokes aside, I must say these ProCase earmuffs truly are comfortable, and I could wear them all day, no problem. Even Boondock Jr. and Baby Boondock love their pair too. And as you can see on their website, they really do have a great selection to choose from. So be sure to, check out the link in the description and grab your ProCase earmuffs, phone tablet, or phone case today. Let's get back to the video. So now that we have that plywood down on our base, it is time to hit the two sides. We're going to start with the back and then move along to the front. Sorry, my mic is still dead during this part, and we're going to use 3/4 inch plywood for this. And I'm sure I already apologized once in this video, but I just now realized that my mic hasn't been working for probably half of this video. So, sorry about that. Let's keep going. And the power just went out, so it's a great day. And thank God that power outage didn't last long, because we are on a huge time crunch at this point. Okay, so we have our back and our two sides on, our base is down. Now we're going to be working on the front. And I'm going to start with the very bottom of the front. So the customer has requested, instead of going flush with the inside of the cabinet, we're going to go couple of inches higher. So I'm gonna cut this about 2.5 inches higher than the inside of the base of the cabinet. Now after we get the bottom put on, we're gonna attach the top, then move to the two sides, and lastly, fill that one in the middle. Okay, so now that we have all the plywood on, I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's very late at night. Tomorrow, I gotta go grab some paint and poplar. I'm gonna be trimming this thing out with the poplar. We're gonna paint this thing black. Then, tomorrow afternoon, before the dentist's office closes, I have to go pick up the top, which has lights built in. Tomorrow night, I'll be duplicating that, and then we're gonna install this first thing Thursday morning. So give me like 2 seconds and I'll be well rested. All right, I woke up this morning, got the paint, got the poplar. We're gonna start trimming this thing out. We're gonna start with the sides, work our way around to the front and back. So I bought a bunch of 1x3s, and we're gonna start by cutting 8 of them at 37.5 inches long. That is our entire length from top to bottom. All right, we got those cut. Now we're gonna take our 4 outside pieces and cut them down to 1 3/4 inches. Okay, so here I'm just gonna add a little bit of glue to the back of this board. Stick it in place, and then we're gonna hit this with the brad nailer. Do the same thing to the other side. Once we sand this and paint this, you're not gonna be able to see this seam. It's gonna all look like one piece. So now I'm gonna do the other 3. So now we're gonna fill in the tops and bottoms all the way around. How you gonna do that? Just grab your tape measure, go in between. As you can see here, it's 22 3/16 of an inch. We're gonna mark that on our board, cut it, pop it right in. Now we're gonna take our poplar and make our outline of the doors. We're gonna cut everything at a 45-degree angle. And long to long, we're gonna be at 26 by 20 inches. Okay, so just to put this in perspective for you guys, it's currently 10:30 at night. I just finished up a job that I've been working on for my personal business, and I picked the top up to the fish cabinet today from the dentist office. And as much as I would love to make this on camera for you guys, I just really do not have the time for it. I've got a deadline to meet, so I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna walk you through exactly what this is. I'm gonna replicate it so it's gonna look just like this. So first off, we have 2 notches right here at the top. Both, it's got one on each side. Those are gonna be holding a LED light for the fish. Then we got 2 of these fans in here. I'm not sure what they do, but I'm gonna have to take these off, put them in a new one. Then they have vents on the other side as well. And then they had 3 hinges holding this on. But I've got a piano hinge instead. I think that's gonna work better. With this open so you can reach in there and feed the fish or whatever you have to do. I'm gonna make this, probably get like 2 hours of sleep and probably make my neighbors mad in the meantime by running the saws. I gotta get both of these painted and sealed on the inside, and I'll tell you about that here in just a second. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, it is move-in day. I've already got the cabinet loaded up in the trailer, so we're gonna go ahead to the dentist office and get it installed. Let me introduce my good friend Curtis to you guys, who was a former crew member on the TV show Tanked. He's the one who asked me to build this cabinet, and it was a really fun project. That is until we realized it was stuck to the old cabinet and we couldn't get it off. So we brainstormed for a bit and figured out a solution to try to get this tank off. And let me just tell you, it was a really uneasy plan. Not gonna lie, I was really nervous about having that blade that close to the glass and the risk of busting it. And that's when we realized we're gonna have to do this whole process again. And then one of the patients told me this.
Makes me feel real good. Except put the other one back, I like the old one better.
Well, let me tell you guys, this tank was really stuck to this cabinet. We had to kick it several times, lean it back, do everything we could, try to pry it open. It just wasn't good. Finally, it broke loose and we were able to slide it onto the new cabinet. And all I had to do was make a one minor adjustment. I took one of the 2x4s out on the far left side because it was blocking the pipes for the tank. Now enjoy some B-roll of the tank professional Curtis, cleaning the coral with a toilet brush, and doing the final steps to get this thing in place. I just want to say this was a really fun build, and I'm glad I got to experience it and glad I got to do it. There's way more to come. Well, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to click the link in the description. Grab your pair of ProCase earmuffs or phone case. Click right here if you want to check out my last video, and we'll see you guys next time on Boondockbuilds.